Yo, this is the Cliff Notes episode of Stocks and Bars. The last episode we had my guy Mike Tedeschi on, and we talked about technical analysis. And you know how we get down in the Cliff Notes. We talk about the last podcast, and then we also hammer home the topic of this one. And this one is going to be, you already have what it takes to be the best technical analyst ever. I want you to understand this, and we're going to make the correlations. And I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you already are the best technical analyst there is. We're going to talk about that. So when we last talked, we talked about the stock market, how easy it is, and the core of what technical analysis is. And this one, like I said, let's talk about this one. 5 reasons why. All right, so here's the 5 reasons. I'm going to jump right into this. You have what it takes because you already have the innate skills to do it. Every human has it. So here are the prime examples. Number 1, all right, let's talk about car shopping. Every time when somebody has to buy a vehicle, what do you do when you buy that vehicle? All right, the number 1 thing that we do is we price shop that vehicle. We look around for the vehicles, and a lot of times we may already have an idea of the vehicle that we want. For example, my neighbor wanted this very specific vehicle, and when she was looking for that vehicle, she used tools that she has at her disposal, which a lot of us have apps. These apps help us find the car that we want. When we want to do car research, that's the first thing that we do. We say, I like this car, this is the car that I want. And we look at it at dealership to dealership to dealership, and we price shop. This is technical analysis. All we're looking for is what, family? The best price. We're looking historically at what other places are charging, and we're looking for what the market is showing is that best price. You're going to automatically see who's charging too much, who has it for the cheapest. And you're going to find that easy medium that's going to give you the confidence that this is the price that you need to buy this car at. That is technical analysis. This is why you already are the best technical analyst. Number two on the list is house shopping. For those of us who had the fortune to be able to buy a home, what do we do when we do that? We get approval. And once we have approval for the money that we want to buy that home, we do what? We price shop for the homes. We understand what the budget is for where we want to spend our money. And then we go and find the home that fits what we want to get. All right. Some of us want a 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever bedroom there is. Some of us require a garage. Some of us require a basement. Some of us want a big backyard, small backyard, whatever it is, you're looking for the criteria to be met for you to spend your money. That is technical analysis. This is why you already have the capability to be the best technical analyst there is. All right, number 3 on the list. Right, we talked about cars, we talked about homes. Number 3 on the list, we got talking about buying a cell phone. This is something relatable to everybody. Everybody that is pretty much 15 and 16 on up is going to have the experience of buying a cell phone. And when you want to buy a cell phone, you already have an idea of what you want. Most of you want an Apple iPhone. Some of us want an Android of any kind out there. And when you do, you want to get the best service that you can possibly afford. That is technical analysis. When you do this, you're looking for the best possible price in order to spend your money the best way. That's technical analysis. Number 4, we talked about homes, cars, phones. The 4th one, we're going to talk about when you are a homeowner or whatever you need a repair. They tell you to get quotes. So we look around for the best service that we can get. All right. So if you got a plumbing issue, you're not just going to automatically get service from the very first plumber that you call, right? You're going to get another quote. You're going to probably get 3 is what the recommended practice is. Get 3 quotes before you finally make a decision. I had to buy windows. I'm not just going to get the first person who sells me a window to come in here and install windows. I'm going to get around for quotes. If you have anything wrong with your car, I'm going to probably call around different mechanics to make sure you're not getting hosed on that deal. This is technical analysis. Anytime you shop around for the price to find the best possible way to spend your money, that is technical analysis. All right. And lastly, the 5th one, if I haven't hammered this point home yet, even as a kid, I've talked about a lot of adult situations, but even as a kid, you had the best technical analysis skills already baked in. Because when you were a kid, the key component of that is, let's talk about the tooth fairy. If you got the tooth fairy money, what's the first thing you did? You went and told your friends how much money you got. And that probably sparked a conversation between your friends about how much money they got. And then when you find out the discrepancy of the tooth fairy, what's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to run back to your parents and tell them how much little Joey got, little Susie got. That was technical analysis. And you were comparing the price of what a tooth value was, even at that age. When you went to school, you determined who was the flyest, all right? We're not even talking about money, but we're talking about social value. That is technical analysis. When you saw who had all the drip, you knew who was the flyest in school, and you compared them to other people, such as yourself or whoever, and you gauge what that social interaction is going to be when it came to fashion. That's technical analysis. Everything that I explained to you in this podcast is technical analysis, and you have every capability of pulling it off. So let's talk about the market. Right now, the market is showing some signs of actually stalling out. We've had a very, very hot run. July was hot. August is here now. And this is typically the indecisive time for the market. There's a lot of chip choppiness that happens historically in this very same range. So I look for the market this time to do exactly what it has done historically, which is probably be volatile. So look for August to actually show a lot of choppiness coming into September. So my stock pick for right now is going to be one of my favorites right here. And it is ticker CRF. Ticker CRF. This is Cornerstone, and this is a REIT play. This is something that you can get a dividend every single month. I like stock appreciation. Do not get me wrong. This one has actually been performing very well in my portfolio, and I like this pick. So if there's something that you would like to add into your portfolio and help get some stable dividends as well as a little bit of appreciation, CRF is one that I own. You can check it out to see if it fits for your portfolio. So that's it for this one. Do me a favor, family. Hit me up on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, make sure you hit that follow button. Follow me, Wincrease Team. Every link is in the description. That can be on Instagram, on YouTube, that is on TikTok. Everywhere you can find me as Wincrease Team. Again, links in the description. Check me out. If you want to learn more about how to read a chart, follow me on my website. Website is wincrease.com. I can show you the easy way to learn how to read charts in very simple courses. So check that out. And do me a favor, family. Stick around. Let's talk about this rap. Let's get to these bars. And this is technical analysis. The act of observing the past to predict the future. We all do it with cash, is what us humans used to. With all creatures a habit, only how you use them make you different or average. Up to you to choose one. How you do anything will show you how you do everything. If you don't know this, then you don't know you. The greatest version of yourself is waiting, and you owe you what you waiting on, what you wanting to do. You need to go do. And in Stocks and Bars, make sure you check out every single episode. Peace.